created that group, wala pa talagang organization dito. I don't know kung meron man, pero wala akong nakikita sa internet. Walang palang formal organization na natutulong sa mga Filipino nurses. And I'm very happy na na-establish na ngayon. And it's very useful sa lahat ng mga kapwa natin Pilipino na nurses na gustong maging nurse dito sa Sweden. So, nakilala ko din doon si Miss Mary Rose sa group na yon. So, that's why she invited me to share my experience on how to become a nurse dito sa Sweden. At the same time, sabi ko din sa kanya, what if na mag-share na lang din ako ng mga different ways on how to become a nurse? Because I've gathered some information, hindi lang pala isang way o dalawang way na pwedeng maging nurse dito sa Sweden. So I will summarize everything. And para din sa mga nagtatanong, kasi nakapag-apply ako ng specialization din sa nursing, which is a very big question din sa lahat kung paano mag-specialize dito sa Sweden. Kasi alam ko, mahirap din. But we're going to explain it to you, yung mga tips kung paano mag-specialize dito sa Sweden. Ano ba ito? Ito yung FB group na ginawa namin 5 years ago. This is not an organization. This is just a Facebook group just to disseminate information sa mga tao na nangangailangan ng tulong. And right now, we have 1,600 members. So kung kayo ng mga, I think most of us here have already licenses. So if there are like 75% dyan, mga wala pa ding license. And it would be very helpful if magpa-member para yung mga tawag ito, yung mga hindi wala pang licenses, mabigyan din ng tips. Kasi marami nagtatanong doon and I cannot answer all the questions kasi hindi ko din naman na-experience yung mga iba't ibang ways. I can just talk to my experience, makapagbigay ng tips, pero if you have more experience, more insight, mas maganda. So yan yung FB group. Yes, Charlotte Iska, as everyone know, yan yung nurse. And it's she that Irka dito sa Sweden. Alam niyo din yan. So meaning to say na hindi kayo pwedeng magtawag na you're a nurse in Sweden without license. And yan nagko-control sa licenses dito sa Sweden, it's Socialstyrelsen. So it's like the PRC of the Philippines. I think you already know that, but I'm just explaining it to those na wala pang license. So lahat ng steps nasa Socialstyrelsen. So sila yung nagko-control sa mga licenses natin. Yeah, in my experience, the most important thing para maging nurse, magsimula sa process, which I think you will agree also, is the Swedish language. And I think that's the most difficult part as well. Yung iba sabi lang nila, matutunan ko lang yan. Pero in my experience, I don't know, sa inyo experience, ito talagang pinakamahirap sa akin. And then it took me, actually, binadali ko talaga itong Swedish na to. I took it only for 1.5 years. Which is actually, I don't know kung advisable, pero gusto ko kasing mapahabol doon sa Antogling sa university kaya tinapos ko nung madali. But normally natatapos yung whole Swedish language into 2 to 3 years. I don't know sa inyo kung merong less than 1 year natapos lahat. So, yung pinakamataas na level para sa atin is yung CROV ng Socialstyrelsen, which is the SAS 3, eller yung CET na level. So, meron din yung tinatawag na TESOS. I don't know if you have heard of it. So, para siyang IELTS. So, kung ayaw nang mag-go through sa whole process ng Svenska som andraspråk 3 at saka yung CET na courses, pwedeng mag-TESOS diretsyo. But I've heard napakahirap. Yeah, mag-exam siya. It's like TOEFL or IELTS. And really ko, mahirap siya pag hindi ka masyadong magaling pa. So for me, this is the most important thing para magsimula sa process. So these are the different ways on how to become a registered nurse here in Sweden. Nung pumunta ako dito almost 8 years ago, akala ko isa lang via Socialstyrelsen. Tapos nag-research ako. Yung Socialstyrelsen na mean ko is yung mag-take kayo ng exam, which I think most of the attended people did. Akala ko yun lang yung way. But as I met people around Sweden, nalalearn ko na marami palang ways on how to become a nurse dito sa Sweden. Yung second na way is yung supplementary education, which is I took. I can explain a little bit as well. Tapos yung number 3 is yung completion via universities, o tinatawag na sinaradalan of programmet. For me, this is the best way na magkuha ng license dito sa Sudan. Well, I can also explain a little bit kung bakit yan yung pinaka-the best way. At yung number 4, yung some of our kababayan dito, I think, Ate Joy, you studied the whole?
No,
okay, sorry, I thought you studied here. So yung iba, they opted to study the whole nursing program. Even though they already have the license. Meron akong na-meet sa taga-Upsal, hindi ko pa siya na-meet. Na-meet ko sa Facebook na she studied the whole nursing program for the reason that napaka-kronglit daw ng system. So masabuti pa, minabuti na lang na mag-study from the top. But for me, hindi natin needed na yun kung nakapagtapos na tayo sa Pilipinas. So, ito yung mga 4 ways how to become a registered nurse. We'll go to the social students just for those who doesn't have the license yet. I guess you already know the steps in social students. The first step is lahat uwabset kung ano yung ways nyo sa pagiging nurse sa Sweden, na kukunin nyo para maging nurse sa Sweden. You need to submit your education as assessed by the social students. I guess you are aware of that, yung paper na parang approval na ikaw na from blah 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 is approved na maging nurse and mag-continue as a nurse dito sa Sweden. And I haven't heard from the Philippines na nag-reject or hindi in-accept ng social citizen. I think all of us from the Philippines are qualified to become a registered nurse dito sa Sweden. And that's the very first step. And I don't know if it's still nasa certificate na dyan. Yung nagkuha ko last time, naka-state dyan na pwede tayong mag-work as undersköterska ka for the meantime. But I guess they have already removed it because of the license thing for the undersköterska. I'm not really sure. So I think you cannot really call as well na undersköterska ka dito sa Sweden kasi yung undersköterska is also skyddad yrken. Otherwise, you need just to call yourself as vårdbiträde or yung assistant ng assistant nurse.
But if you will submit your nursing documents, I think iaan nila yung...
Pwede masa, okay. That's a new thing. Hindi ko na ano yun. So yeah, so if you want really to work as undersköterska, you can submit your...
As long as meron silang employer, kung nagtatrabaho sila
as nurse sa Philippines.
Dito.
Aha, okay.
Unstell means baby. May unstell
Okay.
babies sila na nagtatrabaho sila sa isang buwende or sa hospital.
Yes. Because I think that it can vary yung sahod sa kung
yun nga, may bago.
legitimerad na undersköterska ka and if you're a vårdbiträde. So it varies yung sahod. Yung next step is take a proficiency test. Ito yung test ng NQSA. Sa alam niyo yan. That's the reason hindi ko siya chinuse na way. Not because na hindi siya effective, pero yung parang when I came here in Sweden, it was like how many years na after ako nag-graduate. And then it's nursing field is a very sturtum rode. So parang napakamaraming mong babasahin and i-forbereda para mapasa yung exam. Kaya saludo ako sa mga nag-take ng NQSA. Kasi para sa akin sobrang hirap kung paano ko siya isa-study. Yung parang wala kang alam kung ano yung umrode na i-focus mo. So sa mga nag-take, I really salute you. Yung take a proficiency test, I think it's in Göteborg and in Stockholm as well, right? Yes. Only Göteborg. Okay, only Göteborg. Okay, Kalmar. So Kalmar as well. And then number 3 is take a course in Swedish laws and regulation. You really don't need to do that in the same, sa pagkakalam ko. It's just like you need to do that before ka mag-submit ng legitimasyon mo. Tapos yung number 4, undergo, itong take ko sa Swedish laws is in Umeå, I guess. Right, online course in Umeå. And number 4 is undergo clinical training, 3 months na undergo clinical training, parang OJT, a duty. And sadly, I don't know for some, but I heard na walang sahod. So, I don't know if you can also receive for, what I call that, studiebidrag. I'm not really sure. CSN. I don't know if you can accept because you're not a student. Yung CSN kasi para sa student lang eh. So I really don't know kung pwede yung CSN. Kasi 3 months mataas-taas din na time. And then, before that, before ka mag-submit ng application, you really need to finish your Swedish language, yung C3 na level at saka C1 na level at saka Svenska som andra språk 3, yung SAS3. And then pay and send your application. I don't know how much now, 1,000 something. And then after that, you can have the legitimation. Medyo madali lang siya kung isipin, pero napakahirap ng each step. Yes, number 2 in a way, ito yung tinake ko, kompletterande utbildning för utländska sjuksköterskor. In English, supplementary education for foreign nurses. So, as of now, narinig ko lang to siya nung I'm in the middle of the process na nag-aaral ako ng language. Ang maganda dito is that there are 4 universities in whole Sweden that offers this kind of course. So you need to apply this one sa antagning.se. And those universities are Karolinska, Göteborg, Gävle, och sen Luleå Tekniska Universitet, where I went, sa Luleå, sa LTU. Sa apat na ito, yung Luleå lang yata yung distance, if I'm not mistaken. So, for the whole year, ito pala is for full terminal. So, 10 months or 12 months, depende kung anong termin ka. Ang maganda dito is that, hindi ka gagawa ng NQSA, yung magano ka, ihati-hatiin yung mga umrode. So parang maka-focus muna na magsa-study ka muna dito, study ka muna dito, nasa may pasa mo lahat yung course. And you don't need to look for your own, practic plus. Yung university na yung mag-fixa sa iyo. And then, you are eligible for CSN kasi student ka. So, ito yung tinake ko na way kasi nga parang napakadami yung sa NQSA na mag-exam lang. History of also. Okay, so iba-iba siguro din sa ibang university. Sa Luleå, hindi siya matawag na parang NQSA, but it's like a final exam, but it's not really the same as...
It's not the same ng mga
hindi yung gano'n. Just like a final exam na yung lahat ng pinagstudihan nyo, yun na yung parang ano tawag yan sa Pilipinas, periodical exam. Yung parang gano'n, so...
It's part of ng
thesis. So hindi siya like everywhere from within the nursing profession. So mga hindi masyado maka-focus sa pag-study ng Helong Road, ito maganda din siya no way. Yung way ng pag-apply dito is you need to apply for one togning per test 8 and dapat natapos mo na yung Svenska som andra språk 3. Dalawa lang yung requirements dito, yung Svenska som andra språk 3 at C1 level and yung yung confirmation letter from Social Styrelsen. If you have that, you can apply. But yun nga lang, this is the thing that I don't understand with the Swedish government. There is a very big need of nurses, pero yung plots sa mga ganyan, medyo limited. So you need to kulturera, and I don't know how to kulturera kung hindi ka dito nag-aaral. So, hindi ko alam, that some of the universities, they do interviews, I've heard. So, pagalingan na lang ng parang Miss Universe.
mayroong letter. Send ka ng letter for yung ano man tawag doon.
Parang recommendation, something?
No, parang
That's miracle.
i-explain mo yung sarili.
Yeah, you will sell yourself why you are, why namano ka ng plots sa kanila, which is, I really don't know.
Kung kami nagawa namin yun, kaya rin mo.
Yeah. Oh yes, this is exactly. This is it's not really difficult, but yung way lang ba na you need to sell yourself para lang maka-konkurera, which is I think it's typical with all the courses in Sweden. So yes.
Sa Karolinska, meron silang merit point. So the more higher yung point mo, the more na makakapasa ka. So now, kinukuha nila, Tagalog ko. Ngayon parang mas kinukuha nila yung mga medyo bata or medyo newly graduate. Mas higher yung point nila.
Really?
Pero meron din na pag malaki din yung experience.
Okay.
May point mula sa
Yeah. So those are the things. You really need to, level up yung yung application mo para matanggap ka sa mga universities. Kaya lang yung medyo mahirap na part, pero it's doable. So yeah, so kung yung sa mga moms, merong mga anak na hindi makapag-aral sa Bayetan Puplats, then I can also suggest Lulio Technics University. It's like 6 hours away from Umeå, so mas north pa siya. Pero maganda doon. And then, sa 1 year na, so it's like 12 hours galing dito sa driving sa Stockholm. It's like 4 na beses lang yata na dapat kang pumunta sa Lulio. 4 or 5, I can't remember. Basta hindi siya masyadong marami. And the rest of the discussion, it's on Zoom. No, so sa specialize siya ng Lulio na magano ng distance. So sa mga walang opportunity na sa Puplats, you can go to Lulio. So ito yung sinasabi ko, you need to have the social citizen approval, the first step in social citizen, and Swedish language certification, and you need to apply po via Antogning Contest A. I'm not really sure if anong termin nagsa-start yung mga university, but Lulio, nagsa-start sila 4 termin, so January. So you need to apply like October or September. So these are some of the pictures, some of my classmates. What I like about this building, yung sinulat nga nung in-interview ako dyan sa na yung gusto ko sa building is that makanrelatera til varandra. Kasi you're in the same boat. Every one of us like, hindi pa masyadong magaling sa Swedish, lang tawag ito, parang lost din sa kung anong gagawin as a nurse dito sa Sweden. So parang nag-ano kami ng mga experiences which can really help na ma-boost din yung yung self mo. So ito parang sa YouTube board yata to. Teresa Lilia, then group number 2. Maraming Pinoy actually. Ako yung first batch sa Lulio, 2 lang kami. Tapos yung second batch, ilang kayo, please? Ito? Kayo yung second batch ba? 8. Tapos sila may 4. So there are always Filipino nurses sa building na to. Yes, and the third way to become a nurse, which I think is the best, is what you call the senare del of sjuksköterskeprogrammet, or the completion of nursing program. Yung gagawin dito is mag-aaral ka ng termin Fem and termin Sex of the normal nursing program dito sa Sweden. And yung gagawin mo dyan is you need to talk first to a studievägledare, sa English, guidance counselor, ba tawagin? Parang guidance counselor, pero na ganito sa Sweden na nag-guide sa'yo on how you're going to go through sa mga process. And you need to talk to them first kasi i-credit pa nila lahat yan before they can say that you can do the termin Fem and termin Sex ng sjuksköterskeprogrammet. And when you graduate sa ganitong program, you will do the undergraduate thesis, CUPSATS, which we did not do sa completed building. So hindi siya masyadong, kung hindi kayo mahilig sa CUPSATS, so maganda yung yung completed building. Dito, you really need to do the CUPSATS kasi yung termin Fem sa normal sjuksköterskeprogram to Sweden, you need to write your thesis. But the advantage of that is you will have a Swedish bachelor degree. Meaning to say, meron kang Svensk candidate examen na wala sa mga nag-social citizen at saka nung nag-complete building. Kasi hindi tayo nagsulat ng CUPSATS dito. This is the explanation na natanggap ko. Bakit ganon? Bakit binigyan nyo kami ng, bakit pinagano nyo kami na hindi kami equal sa candidate examen dito sa Sweden? Yung reason nila is that yung undergraduate na bachelor degree natin sa Sweden is not equal dito daw sa Sweden. So, academically. So, pwede na tayong bigyan ng license, pero hindi tayo pwedeng hindi tayo pwedeng mag-level up ng ating yung education natin dito sa Sweden kung wala tayong CUPSATS na written dito sa Sweden, which I find very loyal or nakakano ba na bakit hindi equal binigyan na kami ng license. So yung explanation nila na yung kanilang exam natin hindi daw the same sa kanila. So that's why. So in this way, meron kang Swedish bachelor degree, qualified for higher level of studies. So if you want to specialize, or if you want to do masteral, then you are qualified to do it without yung mga pre-requirements